He should go back to school.
He doesn't need to do that. He would teach it.
Sometimes inside he would leave parts where he was still setting up the camera. I'm fairly certain in film school you're supposed to edit that out.
You're supposed to cut those out. When you say action, that's when you start the recording.
Yeah. That looks better. You look better. Get back there, boo. We've been recording already for a long time.
Yeah.
This is a good stream setup.
Yeah. It was really annoying to set up, though.
I bet.
Because the autofocus on the camera
Where's the little light on that thing?
What do you mean, what's the little light?
Un poquito.
Huh?
Poquito.
Oh, wait, if we turn that light on, then it's going to make your lighting worse.
No, not if you give me un poquito.
Yeah, but that's not going to last an hour. Those have small batteries. What?
Is there no plug?
I
see very many plug.
Actually, there's not a plug here.
Really?
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Yeah. So it'd have to be going from that, which I guess is possible.
Honestly, this isn't bad. We have done worse lighting than this.
I mean, true. I'm just saying that we're going to, like, this isn't the permanent setup.
I didn't say this is permanent, but I say this is a good start.
You were saying that it was the permanent.
I'm saying that this is the best solution for that camera.
For that, I still disagree.
Sometimes I'm just good.
Wrong.
Do you know what I mean?
Wrong.
But I mean, like, for the 8.5 by 8.5 area.
For the 8.5 by 8.5 area.
This is a pretty good optimization of it. To start.
Yes. Agreed. But of course, I'm going to try to improve it.
But what?
What do you mean, but what?
Okay. So I get the lighting. Un poquito alito.
I also need to fix the desk.
What's up with the desk?
Just like shake her a little bit. She got a little wobble to her, and I think it's because one of the support things in the back wasn't put in. We got this off Facebook Marketplace. The one on the left there is not actually on the thing. So
it's not.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't have an axle wrench at the moment. I know as soon as I open that package with the drawer built together, I'll have like 50. So like then I'll do it.
Or
but,
next time if you don't have one that fits, I bring you one.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, she a little wobbler. No, it was such a pain to set up the camera.
Why?
I was going bonkers because for some reason the autofocus was just not working. Like it just wasn't. It wasn't working on that camera. I tried a different lens, still not working. I tried different camera, wasn't working.
Really?
Still, I tried all these different machinations of different things and stuff, and somehow I got it fine now, but
interesting.
Goofy. You're going to scare me by doing that with the desk. I know there's no solution. I know it probably won't break, but just the fact that it do be shaking so much.
Oh, it'd be shaking.
It'd be shaking. But do it wobble though? What? What's that? What?
Who painted this?
Who painted it? I don't know.
Mostly just this piece.
Oh, how it's a different kind of wood?
No, that's not wood. This is like plastic conduit.
Oh, yeah.
That they tried to make look like wood.
But it's a different color.
But because it's white underneath, it looks like somebody just...
I'll say I didn't notice that until now.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't have the eye for detail that I have.
I guess
Does this turn off these lights? Is that what it is?
Correct.
Okay. Should I do that right now?
You could.
Would it fuck with anything?
Probably. It would probably incredibly fuck with all the lighting and stuff.
Wouldn't it be funny?
Yeah, I mean, it would. For like a few minutes, it would. Definitely. After that, then it's like, well, we put all this work into setting up lighting and the right angles and stuff.
No. Fair point.
So like you could just turn it off for a few minutes.
Yeah, I could do it.
If you really wanted to.
Maybe I do it at the end.
Maybe.
For a little. At the end.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Why you got such big pillows?
Yeah, man. These are the ones from back home.
I know. There's a big for this little couch.
Well, we thought...
Is this a pull-out couch or is there storage underneath?
There's storage underneath me right now where I'm sitting.
Okay.
That is kind of a pullout. It's not like a mattress. It's like
an extension that makes the whole thing a bed.
Yeah, but it doesn't fit properly. So like it's a separate thing. Like it's a separate like little thing under there that also can like bounce up in a way with angles. But the issue is that like the edges of it to like stop it from getting pulled out all the way are like too small. So like frequently if it's just like out and I'm
Did you
just
get this
like
on Facebook Marketplace?
Yeah. If I'm just like, and then like I accidentally stand up, not accidentally, I stand up, put the tiniest bit of force into like pushing it that way, and it's like I'm decoupled now. It's like I gotta take like 5 minutes to redo that. It's a pain. So I just don't. Because besides, what am I gonna do with it? Like me right now, I'm chilling. You know, I wish I could get a TV in here.
No, dog, you need a projector. I was just thinking about that.
Well, where do I project to? That's the issue. Yeah. Like, that's the downside. I think if we could get like a chair or something, like I brought one of the camping chairs and stuff, then it's like 2 people and then maybe you have someone up on the mattress. But like, you know, it would have been nice if I could have like a projector there, but there's just too much stuff. Too much stuff. What? You have an idea. Brain blast.
Get a rear facing projector.
What does that mean?
Still project there.
Oh. Huh. Like if I hung a sheet like right there, that could work.
Right?
Yeah. Probably be like a fire hazard considering all the electronics.
No.
Like who cares at this point, you know?
But you only hang it when you're about to project them.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Because you could you could do command strip Velcros on the bottom edge. And then you could put command strips here. And then you could fold up. And then you could put your green screen on another roll.
True, yeah.
And then you could have a drop down green screen.
You're saying You're saying some smart stuff.
I will legitimately help you make that. That's a cool project.
Yeah. Agreed.
Because all you would need is sticky adhesive. And then you could have a drop down green screen that turns also into, then you have another roll that's a projector. And then you don't have to do that clunky bullshit that I saw in your closet with your green screen mangled and jangled to the left hanging like this.
What are you talking about? That's just the green screen stand.
I know. And it's just.
Well, because I don't need it because it's too big to fit under here. I have all my tripods under here, but that one's too big.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could work. Be better than watching movies on my damn phone.
Why don't you ever watch them on this?
Because that's 1080.
What is that?
What? You're just pointing at things and being like, what this? What this? That's, it produces like, it's to simulate the sun. And it's
because it doesn't exist here?
Yeah. It's for like depressed people who don't go outside much. So I'm a perfect demographic for it.
I was going to say.
And so I've had it for years, but just I thought like it would be good here considering how it is dark out by like 3 o'clock and also my window doesn't get much sun in the first place.
Yeah, because aren't you facing the opposite way of the sun, which is?
I don't know. All I know is that's a brick wall.
Oh, is it? Oh, well.
Well, it's another apartment building with their own windows, but it's mostly a brick wall.
Lit.
For the first like week or so, I was like, oh, there's no one there. It's an abandoned building. And so I was like, yay, I can like walk naked from like my bed to the shower if I want to. I don't know. Or like out of the shower to get clothes. And then like a week in, I was like, oh shit, some of the lights are on in that other building. So I cut that out.
Well, you could if you just lowered the blind.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
You're not innovating a lot, are you?
No, I am. And I do lower the blind. I just don't care.
Also, all their blinds are down.
Most of them. Not all of them all the time.
Fair enough. But you could do a quick little sight check from.
Can I do a naked run here? And just speed past. Come tumbling down those stairs. Get a concussion on the way down. I've hit my head maybe 10 times on different things so far. It's
what
like,
does that say about you or your? At some point, it's gonna stop being the wall's fault and start being yours.
true. I think especially when it comes to the cupboards, because some of the cupboards are just like perfect temple height. And so it's just like I have one open and it's perfect positioning. I like step over to the other one and then turn back and it's just like fucking right in the head. And each time I'm like, ow, fuck. And I rub it a bit and like it feels strong enough that I'm like, did that break the skin? And then of course it didn't, but I'm still like, ow, my damn head. And I look at it, see that it was just a cupboard that I had left open and feel like an idiot. But so that's like half of them. And then the other half of them are me going up the stairs and then like not forgetting that the the roof is quicker than I think. And so I just go bonk and hit myself.
Interesting.
I'm like, that's a good way to fall asleep if I want to quickly. Just climb up the stairs too fast. Yeah.
Yeah, but you fall asleep, don't they? After you fall.
I mean, whatever, man. It's my own little den. We good. We cooking. Bad.
It's nice.
Bad. Yeah, it's fine.
Need a poster or two.
I guess. I don't know. I just like, I need to figure out if I can hang stuff. Because also, like, what do I put up? You know?
Posters.
Why you got your shoes on, first of all? First of all, why do you as a man have your shoes on in the house of another man? First of all. Take those barkers out. Those little yip yap doggers out.
Okay.
But, like, what posters would I put up? Of, like, the FNAF movie? Like, what am I doing?
Of Sonic 3.
Yeah, I mean, I could. I don't know.
Or of Red Dead. There's tons of good Red Dead posters.
Yeah, I don't want to be a poster person, though. You know what I'm talking about?
Wall art.
I don't
need... my dorm had wall art?
Yeah, but it was like pieces of cardboard that you pissed on. And
no,
then hung
only
up.
One of them was a piece of cardboard. The rest of them are cool.
Like what?
You don't remember that we have a sailboat?
Oh, yeah, you had the tobacco one.
The tobacco one.
Dude, there was one of the Airbnbs we stayed at. They were just like selling shit, and I almost got some like tobacco art thing, but instead I got that blanket because I think it's cooler, and it was much less expensive.
Just going to come out now, or what's going to happen?
What, the Afghan? No, I just like the coloring. There was one that was a lot more gay. But I was like, yeah, I like this one. It's like middle. You said come out. What other implication would that be? That I'd come out as an anti-Semite like Kanye did?
No.
Like, what are we doing?
Maybe you come out as a water lover. Or a fire type.
As a water lover or a fire type. There are two wolves inside of you. Water lover and fire type.
And then tired. Divorced Earth.
Divorced. I'm tired. I'm worn out. I'm bent. I'm worn out. I made the dumb decision. What? I don't know. What did I do today? Like, not much. I just fucking oafed around, you know? You ever just be oafing around?
Hold on.
You just be
This is one of the few times where you say a word and I have genuinely no idea what that means.
What? Oaf? Yeah.
Is an OAF?
Yeah, it's just like mess around. Blood using fucking Google Chrome? This is a Firefox household, buddy.
You think I
hell are you using Google Chrome for? Oaf. We don't have OBS set up, but
I don't care.
Oaf, plural.
A stupid
oafs.
person. Boob.
No, yeah. Yeah, it'd just be like dumbing around. Oafish. Yeah. No.
But oafed is not a word.
It probably is. You just don't know. I just oafed around.
This is what Urban Dictionary has to say.
Language is fucking... I'm taking like 3 different classes that talk way too much about language.
Did I ask? Just kidding. No, continue.
We're talking about language. I'm taking like 3 language classes for some stupid fucking reason. Well, what I can say from that is that language is flexible and oafed is a word, you jackass.
I want to read the one that I saw.
What did you see?
Oaf. Noun. Unintelligent, tall, clumsy person.
Yeah.
With large hands and feet and a small penis.
Wow,
Competes
it actually really says that on there. He's actually just reading verbatim.
Competes in sports while using a simplified language such as Gareth throw discus. Gareth throw discus.
Yeah.
Oafs have big skulls and limited intelligence, slow-witted and plotting in speech.
Yeah, so I just oafed around.
Okay. That was written by Kung Fu Jesus on June 24th of 2004.
Bless up.
Actually has a wicked amount of dislikes.
I mean, I don't know. I went to the damn microcenter this nooning. And I was like, I made the dumb idea of, I was like, oh, it's like a subway and then like a 15-minute walk. Nope. It's a subway.
It's not.
Yeah.
That microcenter is scarily far away.
It's a subway and then you need to take
it's a 30-minute walk.
Yeah. And
Did
then
you take
walk.
the bus?
I was like, I can't be bothered to take a bus. So I walked. And the walk was fine, but it was like...
It's a long ass walk.
It's a walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I have to take my scooter when I go there.
Yeah. And so then once I was done, I was like, I ain't walking back. I just took an Uber.
Real.
Yeah. I ain't doing all that.
It's because here's the thing. It's on that peninsula. You know what I mean?
Pause.
It's like right on the river.
Yeah.
But then everything else is either the longest walk to Central of all time, or you have to walk to the Mass Bridge to catch the bus, the one, or you have to walk the other way to get to Harvard.
Yeah. It's annoying.
It sucks.
For sure. And I was like, I ain't doing that again. Stay over there. Or not. Yeah, and then I just had interviews or two, and then like whatever.
For what? What you interviewing for, cuzzo?
I'm interviewing for 9 different short films.
Really?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, I did.
What are you interviewing for? Can I ask?
No, you cannot ask. Go kill yourself. I'm interviewing for like all of them, like assistant editor, production assistant, editor, and then like some of them second assistant camera, and then like one of them marketing assistant.
Nice.
Yeah.
How are they going?
I don't know. I had the last 2 today. I just developed like really easy like jokes and shit. Like I actually cared about how I dressed up. I wore, well, kind of.
Were they virtual or in person?
No, they were all in person. So it was like I was bouncing up and down one of the damn Emerson buildings yesterday because I had like 7 yesterday. But I wore this and then my banana button-up shirt over it. And I think I went 6 for 9 of getting compliments on the banana shirt. I was doing so good with it that I was like, fuck it, I'm wearing it again today, which I think was worth it because the 2 I went to today I got compliments on, but one of the same people from yesterday I think may have saw me, so it's like, you know, it feels like I'm double dipping on the banana there. But I don't know. I can't get a feel for like what is just them being nice and like teacher smiling me because they're probably getting so many fucking people coming in and interviewing. Because it's like you look at, they have like interview signups for Friday, Saturday, and today is Sunday. And it's like they have every single 15-minute sign up filled in from like 9 a.m. to like 9 p.m. So it's like they're probably busy as hell. And so I don't know, it's just like teacher smiles and stuff, but yeah.
Good for you, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. It's just like, I don't know. It's just farming it, it feels like. 'Cause they're all the same in a way. I don't know. It's like a lot of them are interesting concepts, but it's all, I go in and they're like, what drew you to it? And I give the same answer of like, oh, you know, I think it seems like a very fun and interesting spin on the genre. And it's kind of campy, but, you know, I feel like it has some real potential to get hard and, you know, not too much like some student short films do, but not taking itself too seriously, but still something. And then they're like, yeah, thanks. And I'm like, all of them, you start off and they're like, oh, I'm Gertrude. I use she, her pronouns. I'm the executive director. each of the 3 people say their thing, and then they like want you to say yours. And so I just do for every single one. I'm like, I'm Jake, he, him, I'm interviewing here, blah, blah, blah. Always get a laugh out of that. And it's just like, whatever. It was just rinse and repeat of the same thing over and over again with slight question variations.
Right.
And so like, you know, I don't know. Like some of them, they would be like, oh, what's like all of them had like
a fun fact.
Yeah, they would do like a fun question. So like one of them is called like crime of passion, and what is it about? I don't remember what it's about. I don't remember. Dude, that one was funny. I'll get to that one. It was the first one I did. And they're like, if you had like a crime of passion that you could do, what would you do? And they're like, I would like steal money from a bank. Or like, I would like say some mean things to people because normally I feel guilty about that. And they go to me and I'm like, I would do a Luigi on Elon. And they all love that. Dude, I have a funny bit about that. I'll get back to that. But that one, it was also like, because I realized, what was that? That was the second one I did. Before I went in, I was like, what the fuck is this one I'm going to again? Because there was some like big meeting that was like all these different groups presenting their ideas and saying like, oh, you know, here's our premise and blah, blah, blah. And here's what we're looking for. And
right.
Yada, yada. And so like, I don't remember how many went in total. There were maybe like 13 that presented in total.
Okay.
And a few of them were like, ooh, I'm no longer friends with that person. I will not be showing up to that. And then the other ones are like, yeah, it's interesting enough. I'll go to it. You know, some of them are more interesting than the others. But when I was showing up for the interview, I was like, I don't remember what the premise of this one is. So I like briefly scanned their Instagram of like, what's like the premise here? Like, what's the vibe? And so it was a good fucking thing I did that because they called me in and that was the one I was doing the marketing assistant for. I'm hungry. There was the one I was doing the marketing assistant. I'm a little hungry. What do you want me to say? I just thought of it. But they were like, you know, you saw our Instagram. Like, what do you think? Like, what could we try to do? And I think it was just like a very like, you know, let's see what kind of chops you have. And I don't think they expected much. And I didn't expect much either. But I was like, oh, fuck. And so I briefly scanned my brain of like, what did I just see? And I was like, you know, I think like you could probably make some of the things easier to access. Like, what is it that people like highlights? Because they didn't have any highlights. And they're like, oh, yeah. And I was like, thank fucking God I read that Instagram over because I just like pulled that out of my ass.
Yeah, but now you made it seem like you were well researched.
True. Yeah.
Good job.
Even though I just briefly skimmed it, the moments leading up to them saying, oh, you can come on in.
Nice.
I don't know.
Good job.
Whatever, man. Or like some of them were like, oh, some of the other questions I got. There was one that was like, oh, what's your favorite like kids show growing up? And I was like, you know, like Good Luck Charlie or something. Or there was one that was, I don't remember some of them. Some of them were like, one of them was like, if you were in any movie world, what would you be in? And I was like, I would be in like Pokemon, but Detective Pikachu, not because of the Pikachu or anything, but because of Pokemon. And they're like, oh, that's good work. Yeah, it's just whatever shit. I don't know. I mean, there was only like one that I came out of and I was like, I don't think that went well. Not because like I pissed them off. Oh, is my mic level lower than yours? Look at the Rodecaster.
Are you level 1?
Yeah.
Speak.
Yeah. I know, but just the slider is lower.
Yeah, by about 1 click.
Can you pump her up?
Okay. Is that going to ruin your editing?
No, if anything, it'll help my editing.
Okay.
Because in all the editing recent, what are you looking at?
I'm just looking because I saw myself in the camera.
Ego. In my recent editing, I've been like, damn, I'm quiet. I'm quieter than Javi. I'll say there's like an episode or two where you have better mic etiquette than me. I'll give you that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, why?
What
were you doing? Just say it for me so I can jerk off to it later.
I think it was pointed because you do the thing of like, you're close to it, but it's not pointed towards you.
Right. I do
And
this.
so, yeah, you're like, hey, what's up? And so like that like doesn't work. And then normally I'll be like, fucking fix it. And you'll fix it. But then I'll just like, it's pointed at me, but I'm like a bit more laid back. And it's like, oh, it's not picking up quite as well. Especially like if the normal things in language of like sometimes saying things a tiny bit quieter or whatever.
Off the
then it's like, oh, guess what?
What?
I'm still the vice president of DSA.
No shot. Did they not even notice you were gone?
No, they noticed I was gone.
Oh, how did you end up staying vice president?
Well, I happened to run into like the secretary or something one day when I was coming back from the grocery store, and he was telling me how he probably won't graduate or he may not graduate because he was involved with a lot of the protests and stuff, and they apparently really cracked down on his ass.
Really?
Yeah. Like also for some stuff that allegedly I may or may not have done as well, but like who cares? I don't know. But so I like ran into him, and then I went to the club fair, and I also saw like the DSA table. And so I went up, and so one of them is like, I don't remember. He's like
some officer.
Yeah. Or like treasurer, secretary, whatever the other one is. And like, of course I knew him, but I was also, remember, I got the short hair now, but then there was like one other kid who like is new. And so like that kid starts going through the spiel a little bit, and then the other one's like, oh, that's our vice president. And I'm like, I'm still a vice president.
That's crazy.
But so like I just got re-added to the group chat because they made a new one on a different app or whatever. Yeah. I just got added to it like yesterday or something.
Huh.
And I was like, I don't know.
That's kind of funny that you're still vice president.
It is kind of funny. It's also kind of sad, and I can't tell if that club exists at all because there's been zero communication in that group chat. But like, I don't know.
Okay.
Whatever.
I mean, better to be than not, right?
Whatever. Better to be than not.
Yeah.
What?
I said, yeah.
What does that mean? Better to be than not? What does that mean in this instance?
Better to be in the group than to not?
Oh, yeah, I guess. What other clubs did I sign up for? I don't fucking remember.
Domestic fart lickers?
Yeah. They have meetings on like Fridays, I think. Yeah. It's just a little inconvenient of timing because, it's like midday and I kind of want to sleep in on Fridays. So sometimes I'm late to the fart
Friday
licking.
Classes?
Nope.
Oh, you lucky bastard.
No Friday classes.
I have a 9 a.m. on Friday.
That's brutal. That's brutal, dare I say.
And it's math. But it's my last math.
You love that ish, though. Yeah. You're supposed to have a light schedule this semester, right? Yes. That is what you were supposed to have.
How does 16 hours of lab sound?
Not fun, but at least you probably don't have homework outside of them.
Wrong.
Oh.
All of them have a piece a week.
That's great. Dude, I'm already silver 3 in Rivals. And your ass hasn't even touched it.
It's not even installed on my computer.
You need to do that.
Says who?
You either need to install that or Lethal Company, because those are the two games, and I know your ass ain't installing Lethal Company.
That game is too scary.
Exactly, so you better boot up Rivals.
Playing Lethal Company?
Yeah, we played it a little bit the other night, but also like it's fun because we haven't played it since it like came out, and there's been a ton of updates. Not a ton.
I think I'm gonna get Lockjaw.
What is that? Yeah, why?
I don't know.
Also, you're talking to Mr. TMJ over here, so watch what you say.
My muscles be real sore. Every time I open my mouth, I feel like it's about to get stuck.
Do you want like actual doctor advice or like just for me to be like?
It's just figuring out. I think it's because I've been chewing gum for like 2 days straight.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
Am I gonna get lockjaw?
No, unless you keep chewing gum.
Why does lockjaw happen?
Could a
cramp of your muscle?
I don't think so. I don't think it's a cramp or anything. It's just like you can't open your damn mouth. And it's not even like it hurts too much to open. It's just you can't. I think it's a bone thing. I don't know. I've never had it.
Interesting. You know your tongue can never get tired. Your jaw gets tired.
My tongue could get tired.
Your tongue is never cramped. Bet money on it.
My tongue is never cramped.
You never be like,
I do one of those
ow.
OnlyFans challenges where you have to sleep with 100 people in 24 hours, then the tongue gets cramped. I know that was a lot of information I threw at you, but it was a good joke. I had to make it.
That was a good joke. Did Mr. Beast film that?
No, there's been like 3 different OnlyFans people who on Twitter every week, they're like, I slept with 1,000 men in 24 hours. And it was like originally the first one, it was like, okay, I get why there's like this is the equivalent of a Mr. Beast adult content video in a way. And like, I was kind of interested in it.
1,000?
What?
Maybe 100 in one
I
day.
think it was 100. I don't remember. This was
1,000, bro. You just like literally looking at it and then moving on to the next.
Yeah, there was a girl who did like 100 and I don't remember. There was a girl who did 100 and it seemed like she was making some like kind of corporate video about it, promoting her OnlyFans. And then there was like a documentary that came out about it that was apparently like, she seemed like she was traumatized afterwards, but then she came out saying like, no, that was all staged just to get more attention on this. Cause this was like each separated by a week. And so like it stayed in the Twitter news cycle for a while. Nice. But then, more recently there was some similar, like the women look identical, I'll say. Like both.
Whoa, dude. Not cool.
They're both
women's rights.
I know all women are beautiful, but these are 2 equally beautiful women because they're like copy pasted the same blonde white woman. And it's like, you know, but this other one came out saying that she did 1,000 men in 24 hours. And now the other one is saying, oh, you stole the idea from me and whatever. I don't know.
Jeez.
We're in late stage capitalism. All this shit blends the same.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Late stage capitalism.
Dude, yes.
Yes.
Barron Trump doing that shit in the White House bathroom now that he's back.
He goes to NYU.
Yeah, and he's having the time of his wife with an NB Tish girl, but like, you know.
An NB Tish girl?
There's a meme that like Barron Trump is getting radicalized by a non-binary Tish girl.
What is Tish?
That's the NYU film school.
Oh.
That's where Bo Burnham went.
He should go back to school. He should go back to school.
He doesn't need to do that. He would teach it.
Sometimes inside he would leave parts where he was still setting up the camera. I'm fairly certain in film school you're supposed to edit that out.
You're supposed to cut those out. When you say action, that's when you start the recording.
Yeah. Well, not when you start the recording. That's when you start the edit.
Yeah.
Because you have to press record before you press action. Otherwise, you have to use your clapperboard.
He's kind of a fucking idiot when you think about it.
Yeah. Me, if I did it inside, it would have been a well-polished production.
Yeah. Oh, I would have done this differently.
We have artistic differences.
You care to say that again?
Oh,
artistic. No, dude.
So first 2 weeks of class has been okay. What are you taking?
Bullshit and bullshit.
Gender studies,
dude. Actually,
underwater basket
weaving? It feels like there's like some Republican meme of like, oh, woke school where you go in and you have, 9:15 estrogen injection homeroom, 9:30 BLM reparation studies and history and like it's so on and shit. It kind of feels like that a little bit. I mean, it's just so theory-y. It's like,
what class are you taking?
I have okay, the one like normal class is writing for television, which is like actually interesting. Then I have one class which is like media criticism and theory, which apparently no one likes. And so far we're just thinking about the study of like words and how we express things in language, which is of course really fun to do. But that's also the class where like we go in and she's like trying to get us to participate some and no one raising they damn hands. And of course I have been thinking too much about our own thinking since like 6th grade and research and critical thinking. So I'm raising my hand nonstop. And then at the end, she kind of gets annoyed that like no one else is talking. And she's like, guys, make sure you remember participation is a good part of the grade. I'm like, shit, I'm doing fine here.
We locked in.
Yeah. She's like, are you guys like sleepy or something? Like, you know, it's just seems like you guys aren't talking. Are your classes
lecture style or are they like 30 people? I mean, only 6 people go to the school, so obviously most of them are homeless people, but like what else?
It's like 20 people per class. So none of them are like, y'all shut the fuck up. Yeah, none of them are like lectures. I only had one lecture class previously, and I think that's really the only lecture class. But yeah, so there's that class.
What else?
Like deep theory things. Then I have one class which is like, what is it? What are you counting?
You've done 2 classes.
Yeah. Then I have one that's ethics, contemporary ethics. And it's interesting, but it's also the same shit of like kind of like, you know, here's this really hard to read thing by this guy from 1860 saying all that life matters is making ourselves happy. And that's anything. And that if you say you want anything else, you're fucking lying because you're just saying it because it'll make you happy. It's the study of utilitarianism. I'm really condensing it. And so it's like all this different ethics stuff. And we're going to be talking about like Kant next week. And eventually we'll talk about things like abortion and more contemporary stuff and whatever. Anyway, so yeah. Wow. So that's something. And I mean, that's also its own class, and that's also a class where I'm like, I'll keep fucking talking here because like no one else is, and I got shit to say about this because it was like the very first day he was like trying to provide an example of like what kind of the classes are going to be like in class sessions and stuff, and he was talking about this thing of like, well, you know, I'm just blabbing this episode, but like, I guess I've been in classes for 2 weeks and your ass has been sitting in 30-degree temperature in Florida. But like, he was like, yeah, well, what if I were to say like stealing is bad? And so some Emerson students steal. And so therefore all Emerson students are bad. And then we were like talking about that for a bit and saying how it had holes in it. And then the conversation ended up being like proving that Santa's kind of real. And
what?
Because it was like he gave the example of like
podcast.
What is Santa?
Santa's real.
No, because I want to make an own video about it. I've been trying to make a video about this for a while. Like that's why I fucked with it so much when we were talking about it in class. Because it ended up being this thing of like, well, if you tell like, I don't remember how we got there, but it started being like, if you tell a 10-year-old that Santa's not real, they're going to be devastated, right? And I was like, well, yeah, because the fiction or the actual being of Santa isn't real, but like this contemporary idea of Santa, like that we all think of this thing of Santa does actually exist. And so if we're saying the only things that exist are physical things and that badness can't exist because it's not physical, then like in a way Santa does exist because we all have similar little ticks in our neurons that make shit so that there is some idea of Santa. And in a way Santa does exist, therefore.
That was a pretty poorly executed argument.
Well, I explained it in a jumbled way now, but like it made sense in context. But I was like, oh yeah, this is kind of chill because I get to argue about stupid shit all day.
Nice.
But then the last class I have is one that I tacked on very late, and it was just because it was like, I was gonna take like a Jewish ways of life class, and I went to the first one of that, and no, thank you.
Why?
The teacher for one was really boring, but for two, it kind of felt like everyone not wanting to talk about like Israel and shit, but the vibe of like, well, all the Zionists got to congregate somewhere. And it was just like the teacher was like, you know, like nice meaning liberal who was like, you know, I think Israel has a right to exist and I think Palestinians shouldn't be butchered. And it's like, okay, what you're saying makes sense, but like there's political nuances here, which, I personally don't agree with when you fully extrapolate out everything you're saying to like the utmost degree and like whatever. And it was just like this awkward stuff. And it was like, I don't think I need to be writing a whole ass essay on what it means to be Jewish and shit. I think that'll just make me tear my hair out. So I just got a different class that does the same gen ed, and it's like intercultural communication. And so far that class has been extremely boring because it's like, talking about like, what are parts of our culture? And it's like, it could be like your gender. It could be like your ethnicity. It could be like your nationality. It could be like religion or like, sexual orientation and all this stuff. And like, I had to read a textbook thing for it just now. And I was reading it and it's just like, communication is important.
Thoughts?
Legitimately. It's saying communication is important. Here's an example for why communication is important. Because I think, what did it say? It was like, I'm only slightly paraphrasing this because I kind of was taken aback by this, how they phrased it. They were like, it's important to think about how culture and communication and globalization are existing because, like, the ideas of like women and men being equal is more of this Western thing, but then that's causing a lot of resentment and frustration from Arabic countries who want to stay funded in more Islamic ideals. And I was like reading that. I was like, that's a weird way of phrasing it. Cause then it's like, it set aside this like, not binary, but like thing of like being like, oh, this is old way. Implicitly, this is old way, and Islamic people want old way, where women aren't equal. And it's like, I think there's probably a lot more nuance to it than this way you're shortening it. But like, it'll do these like simple little explanations of like, some places want to put dogs in their ovens, but in the US we put them on our couches. They actually said that. And then they talk about this shit and we're like, communication and like online and stuff. And then it's just like, and so we just told you how communication is important, and it's important and it's good to do, and it's knowing how to do it. And where does the culture come from? Is it learned? How do we do the culture? Is it from the story? What about a myth or a proverb? If I say grass is always greener, well, that's like a superficial resorts oriented one. That's about the United States. And I just skimmed through
subconsciously that entire time you were giving me the finger. You were just doing this.
Yeah. I mean, it was just like so stupid. It's like globalization is how the world is getting more connected, and we're talking about things from different cultures more.
Do you think you could bend your knees more the opposite way that they're supposed to than you do at this current time? Probably. Knees supposed to go this way, up and down, not left, right, homie.
Probably. But like all this shit, and it's stretched over 45 pages of a textbook.
You had to read 45 pages?
Read is a strong word.
I
looked at those 45 pages.
Yeah, did you read it?
I was supposed to read them over the course of 3 weeks, but I tell you what, I don't think I missed a single thing because it was just sentences saying what they just said.
Yeah.
It was like, we have provided these things, and that's why it's important. Go fuck yourself. Like, honestly.
The self-explanatory argument.
Yeah. Oh, God. It was just like, I came out of that when you're like, I'm 30 minutes away before it took you an hour. I was like, let me just try to read this shit. And I was like, this is a waste of my fucking time.
Yeah. It did end up being an hour. That's because the fucking green line sucks.
Why is it being yucky?
I don't know. They switched it halfway, like at Park Street. They just stayed there for 20 minutes. They're like, this was a Boston College train. It's now Cleveland Circle. But the red line is great.
Green line be goofy sometimes.
Green line is goofy. Green line is the worst line in the system. IMO.
Probably.
It used to be the red line. Now it's definitely green line.
Yeah, but she's my love, my beaut.
Yeah.
I'm stuck with her. Whatever, man. I
have a crazy story to tell you, but I cannot tell you on camera.
Okay, great.
Just remind me to tell you about it.
Is it why the trains were fucking up or separate than that?
Separate.
Okay, great.
Totally different.
I mean, what is it? Oh, I am still in the process of convincing myself that like there's good to be found here. because the classes are still boring. Like,
but when do you get to take cool classes? Because you're technically still a freshman.
No,
you're a first
I think
sophomore.
I'm a junior. But in a way, I say I'm a sophomore, but I think I'm a junior.
Are you a first semester sophomore?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
You finished your whole freshman year.
I finished my whole freshman year, but I came in as a sophomore.
Third semester. How many semesters have you been in this joint? 3? You're starting.
How many have I served?
Yes.
2. This is the 3rd.
You're serving your 3rd.
I'm serving my 3rd.
I'm serving my 4th.
Correct.
Right.
But I came in with credits from 2 before.
Right.
Because I came in with gen eds done.
Dude, I should have gone to Clemson.
Yeah.
I would have been done this semester.
True. Yeah.
I would have come in as a junior. I would have had to take in 11 mechanical engineering courses and I would have been done.
Yeah, but
would I be the world's worst engineer? Yes.
Yeah, but now you found your passion for economic.
Yes.
You ever think about that?
Yeah.
I mean, I could have taken cool classes this semester if it wasn't for the fact that I registered for things like
wicked late.
A month after everyone had. And so, you know, I tried.
I'm actually having a huge problem with that now. I have a required class that I need to take this semester. It's full.
You email that teacher? Yeah.
They told me to suck it.
Oh.
I'm just going to go, but I'm not registered for the class.
I guess if you're starting out, there's a decent chance people drop it, and then you
hope so.
Like waitlist, try to weasel your way in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, man. But man. Yeah, man. Whatever. Fucking doesn't matter. School's still school. Still feels like a waste of my time in a lot of ways, and I'm learning some things and some. It's like, it's all things that are, for the most part, things that are interesting, but nothing that I'm passionate about.
Right.
And so it's like, okay, I can find some interest in this, but like, I don't want to do homework.
I think I find that sometimes, though.
I don't want to do homework, though.
Me.
I don't want to read hard to read, 1860s philosophers talking about how the root
Kant
of
is
justice. Yeah, I haven't read him yet, but try reading Miller's explanation of utilitarianism.
Miller's Ale House? I've been there before.
Without using ChatGPT.
I've used Miller's Ale House app before.
It's not easy.
The wings are pretty bad.
I mean, our teacher was like, I don't see any reason why you would ever use ChatGPT in this class. Like, it is in a way cheating like yourself and myself in education and the respect. And I'm like, okay, if I use it to submit an essay, agreed.
Right.
But we're reading like Allegory of the Cave. Not actually, but like that kind of shit. This is dense and hard to read. And you would rather me show up to class being like, I didn't understand it at all, than me being like, I read it and then checked myself with ChatGPT interpreting it.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Would you not rather me do that? So that way, when I come into class, I can be like, yeah, I beasted that shit. I actually had a perfect interpretation. I know I did because I put it into ChatGPT. Would you not rather that?
I guess, yeah.
Brian?
Called out. I had a GPT sentiment.
Did you know, I heard this the other day. Did you know one Google search powers a light bulb for like, I'm not going to get these numbers exactly right. Powers like a normal light bulb for like 12 seconds or something.
Yeah.
But one ChatGPT like powers a gaming laptop for like 9 minutes.
Yeah.
That's disgusting, dude. That's gross.
We're going to have an incredible energy crisis.
Yeah.
I took a whole class on that.
Nuclear. That's why all the companies are investing in nuclear.
Or you hope.
Well, they have, right? Some of them have. Like Google's building nuclear shit.
Good. Nuclear has always been the way to go. We just got scared of it because we were bad at it.
Yeah.
You said something and I had something to say.
Well, were you going to talk about DeepSeek or whatever the hell it's called? There's some new open source rival to ChatGPT that's apparently blowing it out of the water. And so like Sam Altman's now making a lot of ChatGPT free because they're like, oh shit, it's like kind of owned by China. What the fuck?
What's owned by China?
The DeepSeek, whatever the hell. And it was made for like a lot cheaper. I don't know. My Twitter's been flooded with it, and I Googled what it was once.
I'm shocked you're not on Blue Sky.
Dude, I may be making the switch soon. It's painful on
Hank
Twitter.
switched to Blue Sky.
Yeah, everyone's switching to Blue Sky, dude. It's like...
Because that guy blows.
That guy blows. Yeah, he blows. Yeah, he blows.
Like, he just did a Nazi salute, and now you're going to, like, tweet?
Yeah. It is fun watching him melt down in some different ways on Twitter still. Because it was like... Or, like, the ADL, which is this, like, fake pro-Judaism group. But they're really just like, we fucking hate Palestinians. And, like, anyone who slightly criticizes Zionism. They, like, when Elon did the Nazi salute, they were like, it was just a mistake. Not a big deal. Like, you know, this is a tough time. We need, it's okay. And then he was like making jokes, like making puns with the names of like high ranking Nazi officials. And they're like, this is not okay. This is making light of the Holocaust. And it's like, who the fuck do you think you were like saying is okay?
Yeah.
It's Elon. Ugh. At least we know he's not a good gamer though.
I thought he was best.
No. He admitted, because he was like, what, like top 10 in Diablo 3 or something for a while. And everyone's like, wow, that's crazy. How the fuck did he do that? And like, not much into it. But then he tried doing an X.com live stream of him playing Path of Exile, showing how good he is at it. But I don't know Path of Exile, but he just showed that he was like not good at it. He was like, oh yeah, this is like, what is it? It's like you need to be a certain level to use some items. But like some of the super high end items, you don't need to be that high level for. Like you only need to be level 1 or something. I don't know. But so he was like, oh, you know, you only need to be like level, like it's just a level 1 thing. Like, but it's like one of the best items in the game. And so everyone's like, oh my God, this guy's using a boosted account. There's more evidence to it besides that. But like he was doing some damage or attacks that you needed. What is it called? Mana for. He was like trying to cast spells or shit, attack someone using mana attacks that he didn't have any mana. And so everyone's like, you fucking idiot. You don't have any mana. What are you doing? But so then like he went back and forth for a while, and he was like, there was some really funny stuff with Asmongold because Asmongold called him out on it. And then he like went into he was DMing with Asmongold, and then he posted the DMs because he gets upset that Asmon at one point was like, yeah, I'll talk to like my YouTube editors about doing these videos or something. And Elon's like, who are these mysterious editors? And Asmon's like, oh yeah, it's just like 2 people who upload videos on the channel. And Elon read it as like a journalism editor who like has control over it. So he's like, Asmon is not a man run by himself. He is a puppet. It's like, buddy, you're old. But then he, after the Nazi salute, I think to try to get some attention away from that, he was like, yeah, no, I actually did account boosting. Like I actually paid people to do the accounts. Like now no one fucks with you, dude. Not even the gamers fuck with you anymore.
Yeah.
You could have just said, yeah, I used account boosting just because I like the late game stuff.
We bought EVs.
Good thing you did that now.
Yeah, because we were worried about the credits going away.
Yeah.
But yeah, my mom bought an EV9 and my dad bought an EV6.
It's a good thing that the Russia-Ukraine war is done now.
It's done?
Mm-hmm. Trump said he would come in and fix it day 1. And so what? It's like
this is no longer a politics
10?
podcast. I actually deleted Reddit.
Oh, you did?
And the New York Times app.
Oh, yeah, that's why you don't know any of this shit. Yeah, I don't...
Because until ICE comes to my door...
Yeah, dude. Ugh.
I don't care.
Dude,
I have my French passport. If anything minorly inconveniences me, I'm out of here. What are you calling me for? You know I'm recording a podcast.
Who?
Maddie French. See, I just tapped my fingers together and then it just did it.
No.
It answers the call because I just tapped my fingers together. I'm recording the podcast.
Ask her opinions on Elon Musk.
Okay. Talk later?
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Dude, I was thinking of
do this and it picks up the call and
that's crazy. I was gonna do like a YouTube stream short out of this, and I still may, but I was thinking like you put me in a locked room with Elon Musk, only one of us is coming out, and it's gonna be me. Because I tell you what, even though he's bigger than me, like he's like 3 inches taller or something, even though he probably weighs more because he's got that giant fucking Harkonnen body of his, he doesn't have that same pure hatred in his heart for his opponent. He thinks of me as some annoying woke leftist Redditor person who just wants DEI hires. I see him as just a truly evil individual who is everything. Like, he's the perfect example of what capitalism is at its worst, and like of this like sick individual who has always fallen upwards. I would, if this were to happen, not that I would seek him out. Okay.
If in Minecraft,
if in a hypothetical world,
New World, Minecraft, Flatland,
Elon's worlds. That's a joke, is because in the Path of Exile 2 account, his maps were like Elon's maps. It's like, why would you have maps called your own maps? So it's like, well, someone probably assigned them to him and whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Jake's world, Jake's Minecraft world.
Right.
I am beating the ever living shit out of Elon Musk.
You got an Elytra?
I don't need Elytra. He could have full ass netherite. Fucking 1, 2. We're getting it done. I'm going to go into the skin settings and enable the left hand as always available just so I can fucking pummel him in Minecraft.
The left hand?
Yeah, in Minecraft, it's a purely visual thing, but you can have it so that your left hand is always available, because normally it's only viewable when you have something in your offhand, but you could just have it be always viewable.
So you got them both up.
Yeah. I don't know what time we're at, but I'll say I've been seeing it's good that I have the bald head out now, because like I be seeing some ops and shit, and it's like, I know your ass don't see me. I know you don't see me. Because very few people
wait
recognize
till you get a
me.
white boy haircut, though.
What? Then I'll get more ops, or they'll recognize me?
Nah. Then you'll go from ops to huzz.
Yeah, maybe.
God, I just want to end my life. What did I just say?
Dude, you're going to go from ops to the huzz.
I don't even really know what that means, but I'm pretty sure it means hoes.
Kind of. Women. Yeah. Dude.
My coach calls the women's team the bitches and hoes.
That's crazy to do.
It's so awesome.
From a position of power, that's crazy to do.
Because it used to be their group chat name.
Okay, that's more understandable then.
Yeah. Kind of hilarious, though.
Still kind of crazy.
He goes, let's go, hoes.
Nah, dude, I be seeing some ops on campus, and it's like, your ass better not recognize me.
Yeah.
Because it's also like, remember Mr. Creep, who I was almost a roommate with?
Yeah, yeah.
He's in that intercultural communication class.
Ooh.
Stop wearing the cowboy hat everywhere. We know you're on the spectrum. Sorry, I don't know if I should say that. It's weird that you wear a cowboy hat in some form of glasses literally everywhere. It's weird, dude. It's like, we can tell you have hair, but that's bald people shit to do. You're a creep. Never interact with me. I intentionally sat on the opposite side of the classroom to you, even though there were more seats next to you, because I don't fuck with you, dude. So don't interact with me ever. I'm not going to cause a big stink because I don't have any proof of you being a creep, but I'll warn all my friends, and God forbid I get assigned in a group project with you, because I will leak that shit to the teacher. So you stay the fuck away from me, all right? I know your name. We were doing like class introductions the other day, and
This message approved by Javier.
Yeah. Don't fuck with us.
You heard him.
I don't fuck with ops. I'm not someone who's just like water under the bridge.
He does not mess with the ops.
Especially when you ain't, when the person wronged isn't me. if
Right.
it's me, you could do like some milquetoast apology, and I'll probably be like,
He will do
it's
that.
okay. We can move on.
Yes.
Like, I don't feel like holding on to this grief. You fuck with anyone else in a way that I
Anybody.
think is morally reprehensible.
Yes.
It's not on site because I would have beaten that kid's ass already for being in the same class.
Right.
But it's on interaction, dog.
It's on interaction.
DNI. Stay
DNI.
the fuck away from me.
DNI.
You don't want to mess with this. Your cowboy hat wearing ass, you ain't seen the fucking pits of hell like I have.
Director of National Intelligence, man. It's DNI.
It's a Twitter term for do not interact. But I am the National Intelligence Director when it comes to your ass. Because
Yes.
I'll give you a fucking whooping.
Right.
Stay the fuck away from me, and I'll tell all the women I'm close with to stay the fuck away from you.
The people in the apartment next door are concerned.
I think the people in the apartment next door are kind of weirdos, but I haven't met them yet.
Yeah.